Hello again. Uh, Here I am again. This is maybe one of the uh, shorter videos that I'm going to do here before I actually have to get into some fall cleaning like Dr. Cranky. I'm much in the same way. Hey, how's it going? I'm much in the same way. I have the same situation as Dr. Cranky's laboratory. My workspace is not. It's not air conditioned. Neither is Dr. Cranky's laboratory. Little known fact. But so this is probably one of the last videos I'm going to do from this area before I get my other area reset up. But hey, how's it going? So with that being said, I'm going to show you all a little bit of what I've been doing with the monster truck. And as always, you know what it's sponsored by. It's the only thing that keeps me awake these days. What's up, what's up, what's up? '68 GTO 400. Oh, wow. Not that I would do that to you, '68 GTO 400, but I tapped on your name here, and it says report, remove, block. Wow, you can do all that from right there. I didn't know that. I know that now, so if we ever get a hater in here, we can just block that bastard right away. So, okay. Now that, I'm probably going to have to do this a couple times, guys. Because there'll be more people joining, and I'll have to, show this. But, let me change. I don't like the lighting right now. I don't like the lighting right now. Is that better? Not really, no. Pizza for lunch right now. Okay, well, that's why I'm doing this. It's kind of my little lunchtime thing. So let me show y'all what I've got going on here. Now this is just a mock-up. All this has to come apart. I got some black paint on my wheel there. I gotta redo the damn rims. Hey guys, right now is when y'all decide to do this shit. Okay. Anyway, there you go. You can see my engine in there. Now, once again, it's all just a mock-up. But what I was doing was test fitting the interior. And I've got the interior in there where it should be. The seat is not in the spot where it's gonna live, but it's in there. So the roll cage that I built is fitting with the glass and everything. I got to do a little repurposing of where the seat's going to sit, but the roll cage works, so that's good. That's good. The wheels are working. Like I said, I got a little bit of paint from getting in a hurry. I got a little paint on the wheel there, but it's starting to look good. It's starting to look good. Mia, get down. Jesus. But the next step with this truck is the tires. And I've seen these things done. Now what I've realized, what's up, man? Styrene junkie. What I realized, man, is it's a lot bigger on the back than it is the front, right? But it's an illusion. Or it's meant for you to create an illusion. This wheel has to be partially painted black. There's a ridge around here that you paint this wheel black around this ridge, and when you put it in, it'll look the same size as the front rim. I think they just did this big like this so it would have a nice big surface for it to sit on, but it messes me up because I need to sand and weather this tire. So many times I see these things not sanded or weathered. Let's see. Well, good luck with that, sir. I hope you find a present. But, I've been watching a lot of Monster, TNT Motorsports, Monster Challenge. It was a few other things. you know, hey man, what's going on? And the tires, they some trucks, like if you see the trucks in the museums now, the tires aren't cut down on some of those trucks because they are there for display purposes. They will no longer compete, but they shaved these tires down, and these tires did get they did get quite damaged. So the challenge is finding a way to do this, and what I think I'm gonna do is shoot that cat behind me. You hear him? I'm gonna be eating pussy for dinner. He keeps it up. Okay, now there's two different sizes, right? But I have an idea. Y'all know when I weather my tires, I showed y'all the last time, I put them on a drill, and I use sanding sticks and other things to, you know, give it that spin it needs. As you can see, that ain't gonna work. You know, that ain't gonna work at all. That might. Look at there. That could work. That could work, but you can't really get to the areas you need to get to on one side of the tire. So what I was thinking I was gonna do is go get some wood dowels and find one that fits in this hole, find one that fits in this hole, cut them, glue them together, stick it in there, and then just take another wooden rod or whatever you need to drill in the hole there to make a chuck to put it in the drill, you know. And by sanding these tires, and after they're sanded and slightly weathered a little bit, they'll be sprayed with a dull coat, and that dull coat will help. And then you can add your chalks and your powders. Hey guys, listen, what are you doing? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear these damn cats? Get out of here. Go. Same old crap as always. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if you're talking with me or at me. I see where you're going with that, with the washer. I get you. I get you. That's something to be to think about. But they definitely have to be weathered because they just look too clean, and they just look too clean. So they do need some of that some work done, which would be no big deal. It'll be no big deal. I'll put the tire back on the truck and show y'all again. It's going pretty good, man. It's going pretty good there, Jerry. I'm sure he did a tutorial, but hey, so you can see there, that's the old Bigfoot tires there. How it's just this one side, so it's just a mock-up, just to see that my roll cage is working, and the little modifications that I had to do is working. I had to sand on this little pod where the instrument cluster is. You can see it in there. So I tried a little theory of, you know, making a little metal plate to put there. Don't know how that's going to work out in the end, but you know, it's coming together and it's doing what it's supposed to do. I know Dr. Cranky probably did a tutorial, but I don't know if he's ever done a tutorial on these big tires. And I saw this guy doing this method that I wanna bring up to you guys. Let's see here. Okay, I saw this method I want to bring up to you guys. I didn't get the guy's name. I saw it in passing and I had to go. But, well, thank you. I'm glad it looks out fucking standing. I like it that day. What's up, man? What's up? And what this guy did was, it really struck me, and some of you guys might have seen this guy, but he took Elmer's white glue to weather a car. And what he did was he painted all of his browns and everything that he would have painted to show from underneath, and then he took a sponge and he ripped that sponge up, or makeup sponge, whatever, and he dabbed a little glue on it, and he dabbed the glue all over the car in little areas. Very controlling. You can control it much more than the salt method. And he's using aerosol cans. He's using cans. And thank you, man. Thank you, David. Well, have a good day at work, sir. I'll eagerly await your phone call. And if you got enough time to listen to this little method right quick, check it out. So anyway, it's about weathering. He painted all the rust colors underneath with spray cans and such. Then he took this glue with some sponge and he just dabbed it in places, right? And when it dried, you couldn't even see where the glue was, right? Then he took another aerosol can and put a light coat of the main coat over, a light coat. And he said that was the key. You got to have a light coat. And after it dried, he took a toothbrush and some warm soapy water, and he just scrubbed back and forth. And as he scrubbed, and as the water soaked in and got to the glue, the paint came off, and it left beautiful weathering marks. And it looks so easy to do. It's something that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try it. And if I find the video again, I'll get the guy's name out there so you guys can go check him out. Great weathering method. He's doing it all without an airbrush. You know, he did a Willis that was really nice, or Willows, Will Knees, whatever, Dirty Knees. But hello. I told her I was doing it. I told her. She wouldn't listen, but I told her I was doing it. That was my girlfriend appearing on camera. Yeah, she does from time to time. But y'all check out that weathering method. And now I can't send you to the guy. Maybe type in weathering with Elmer's glue or something. But it was a really cool. You've seen it done. Now he said he came up with it on his own through a thought process, watching salting and stuff, and he's been trying to perfect it on his own. Is that something he's come up with, or is it something he stumbled upon? Because I'm absolutely sure he's not trying to rip anybody off. Is it a method that has been done in the past? Third Gear Speed Shop. Okay, yeah, check him out. But you know, like I said, he's not trying to. If it's a method that's been out there a long time, he's not trying to rip it off or anything. It's something he has stumbled upon by using his own brain, much as how we do in this hobby. Can you use toothpaste for the same thing? I don't know. Give it a shot. The thing with the Elmer's glue is it gets you that nice rusty weather pattern. And what a lot of people don't do is they don't Google image. Google image is one of your best friends. You know, Google, rusty 79 Ford or old 79 Ford or something like that. How to weather with white glue. Yeah, y'all check that out, man. But, you know, if you look those images up, you can see the rust patterns of these vehicles. And it's out there on every one of them. And every, like, a 69 Dodge Charger has a certain way it rusts. A 79 Ford Ranger has a certain way it rusts. And they all kind of rust that way. You know, just like the Chevy Silverado hoods bending. And for you older guys, you'll know what I'm talking about. The old, 79... we'll just use that as an example, 78 Chevy Silverado, or whatever it's called, C10. Go to shut the hood, what happens? The hood bends right in the middle. And they all freaking did that. Now they sell kits that stiffen the hood, But yeah, Google image the stuff. Yeah, you trying to do that trophy truck? Yeah. Yeah, that's, you know, that's tall order. Tall order. I don't know if I could do it with that kit. I don't know if I could do it with any kit. I've never made a trophy truck, but you know, tall order. And that's what you can do is you can look at those Google images, you know, on how things rust. I'm also trying to figure out, like, how are we going to weather trucks like this? Because this year style truck, their paint, you know, acted quite different. Yeah, 73 through 87 had the hood problem. I just picked a random one in the middle there that I knew it would be. But these trucks had a bad problem with the clear coat popping off. And y'all have all seen these older Chevy trucks with, you know, big blotches of paint gone off of them from the clear coat popping off. So that's a technique that needs to be figured out. You know, just like David here that was just chiming in with me. Guy's a great weatherer. He just won 2 awards at his show there. He got a pile of decals for $3. Come on, man. And those Camaro decals for the 55 Chevy, I just ruined a set of those with the Testors Wet Look Clear. Hold on here. That's why I'm not going to use that stuff for decals anymore. I'm not going to use the Testors Wet Look Clear for decals at all anymore. Because this was another body I was doing to go in the sign. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, look at there. Look at all those crinkles in it. Oh, this side's real bad. I don't know if you can see it, if it's going to show up on camera. But I mean, it is just horrid. It melted every bit of the decals from that Testors Wet Look Clear. You know, the old Camaro Junction car. Which, you know, I was just doing it to put in the sign that I'm making for my father. The one I got so much bullshit on the other day. Somebody, sorry, I got a bad hip. Can't move wrong. Yeah, somebody told me, what the fuck did they tell me? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's no problem, brother. It's no problem. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just do it whenever. Just do it whenever. I'm just letting you guys know about that Wet Look Clear, and I can just stress it more every time. I've ruined about 6 or 8 cars. I got another one here. Got another one here. I got a Tim Richmond here that is completely ruined. Where's the hood? Look at this. Completely ruined. Now you can see how good it laid down where there's no decal. And it does fine with no decals. The Testors Wet Look Clear does great if you don't have any decals. But if you try to use decals, this is what it does. It melts the cars. It melts the paint. I mean the decal. So I'm just saying this basically to continue to warn you guys. Don't use Testors Wet Look Clear with any cars that have decals. You may luck out. You may luck out and it do fine. But you may go through what I'm going through, and this is very painful. You know, I've got 6 or 7 cars sitting here that is ruined from this, you know, and you know, what do you do? So, but as far as like the Fast Jimmy car, the Nova that I keep showing you guys, that paint I just did on that is painted with Testors Wet Look Clear, the new stuff. But it has no decals, so I knew it'd be fine. So it sprays beautiful without decals, you know. And yeah, I saw a guy watching. He got some of the stuff that I used to polish with, which is this here. And you got the heavy rubbing compound, then the scratch remover, and then that crazy orange polish stuff that just boom makes it explode. But there's other stuff you can use. See, I've got right here, got some classic gold stuff here. I also have some heavy buffing turtle wax right here, which I use from time to time. But this stuff tends to leave a brown residue on everything, and it's kind of hard to get it off of there, so I don't really use it that much anymore. Now that I've kind of worked this method out, and to show you the sandpaper, I've got the packets, and you can, now this is just my method, and I know the last time I showed this stuff I got hate, you know, for showing shit people's been doing for years. Well, yeah, you might have been doing it for years, dipshit, but there's some people here that's watching right now don't fucking know. So, you know, sit on your butthole there and shut your cocksucker, and let me teach you something. Well, never mind, you already know. Hold on, let me teach this guy. But I used to get those, and I still do. I get the wet sanding kits from Hobby Lobby, which are great. They're great, but you don't get a whole lot with them, and it's hard to find those degrees of sandpaper. But at Advanced Auto, I got me some 800 grit and some 1000 grit, and this stuff is a little rougher than the actual stuff you get over there. But I've been using 800 to 1000 and then polishing, and it's been coming out fine. But you can go from 800 up to fucking 12,000 grit in those sheets if you want to, and you could polish it like crazy, you know. But what's been working for me here lately is those two with the polishes, you know, and not a lot of pressure. I showed y'all guys on another video of how to polish it out and get it going. Oh, found a piece of styrene here that did not realize I had. Put that back there. But anyway, guys, I'm glad that this is working out. You know, I got to redo these damn wheels. You see that black in there? That's from getting in a hurry. So don't get in a hurry. I got in a hurry sitting here, couldn't wait to see what it looked like, and that's what I did. You know, so everybody gets in a hurry sometimes. You know, you just got to learn to slow down. But the roll cage does work, and as you can see, it sits in there very nicely, and it looks like a competition roll cage. I got to put the last bar in there, across the last bar, but you know, it looks like what it looked like in that truck when it was sitting on the line. And there was a guy that was talking about, you know, rounding out these things here. Now on the Real USA one, yes, they did cut out some pieces here. I didn't do that, mainly because I just didn't do it. I liked it the way it looked here. I did cut out the fender wells and everything like that. That's your personal preference. There's a fella in England or UK that is taking a Dodge Charger, and he has now cut that Dodge Charger into a Dodge El Camino, and he is using the USA 1 kit, and he is turning it into a monster truck. And if you are watching, which you're probably not, but if you are, I'm going to show you. You were talking about the shocks, and you'd cut them all off. The longer shocks that you were looking at are right here. They're these front shocks, those longer ones. And there's only 2 of them. You know, and that's where they go. But this guy, I mean, wow. He's doing this with this Charger, which is exactly the total whole idea I was going for. You know, he sent me a message saying that he's the only guy in the UK growing a mullet, and it's my fault. Because, you know, I sent him to the 80s TNT Monster Challenge stuff, you know, where they was doing all those crazy trucks. You know, they were building all kind of stuff back then because, you know, it was much like when they redid, or when they was first building automobiles. They didn't know what worked or didn't work, so they would just kind of build stuff and see how it went. That was much how it was in the TNT circuit. They was just building whatever it was they could build to try to make it go fast, and they didn't know if it was going to work or not. So you got some really crazy designs out of there. And, you know, that was really the thing I was going for. So the guy with the Charger is just very, very awesome. You know, very cool idea. You know, a lot of cool builds out there. The Thunderbolt, the guys that's building the Thunderbolt, B&G Customs. That thing's coming out pretty good. You know, the fella building the trophy truck. Hats off to you. That's pretty ballsy to cut that kit up like that, you know, but you can always, it's styrene, so you can do anything you want with it, you know what I mean? You can make anything you want to out of it. You can add, subtract, whatever. Doesn't matter, you know, but just checking y'all's comments right quick, because I ramble like a little schoolgirl. Okay. All right. Well, y'all have any questions about anything while I'm luciding on here? Because, like I said, I've talked about the truck, which I'm waiting on some valve covers, some other things to get here for that. And then I can push forward with the engine detail on that. I'm fixing to, like I said, I'm fixing to clean my work area up. It's getting that time of year. I'm going to get out of here and get into the workbench and start making these videos from the workbench, which would be cool for me because I can work while I'm talking to you guys. It'll be great. Be great. Right now it looks like a fucking clusterfuck around here with the way I've been building. But, you know, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? It has to be Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. The Tuesday lunchtime live stream. Yeah, that's my name in lunchtime live stream there. Yeah. The fellows doing a live stream last night. I want to show you something. You were talking about not being able to spray paints. Yeah. You were talking about having a newborn, not able to spray paints and stuff. This is this Createx stuff here that you get at Hobby Lobby. You said you have an airbrush. This stuff comes in a bunch of cool colors and no smell. You cut it with washer fluid or Windex, a lot of people do. And this stuff gives you really cool colors, and there's not all of that crazy spray. I actually use this with a paintbrush because it lays out really smooth, and I use it for detail painting. You know, this is the color of the shocks on the USA 1. Let's see. I like that one metallic blue they. You talking about Createx? These are, I mean, I tried to spray these. I'm not good on an airbrush. How much on the truck I've got to go? Well, I got quite a bit. What I just showed you there is just a mock-up. I'm almost done with the grill. I've got all the pieces for it. I've got to put the shifter and the gauges and the tachometer and the seat and the steering wheel and steering column and all those little extras in the interior. I have to still make the bed cover, the black bed cover that goes on it. I have to finish and weather the wheels. I have to completely detail the engine. I'm waiting on valve covers for it, and once I get the 572 valve covers, the older style, I'll be able to go to town on it. And what I'm doing is I'm actually putting on the USA 1 3 carburetors. There was actually 6 to 8 little, I don't know what it was, nitrous things beneath each side of that, so I got to put all that in. I got to put the fuel lines in, got got some air breathers coming, some other things. So there's really a lot to be done to the truck. But this little mock-up, is just showing how it's going. And I didn't do anything crazy with the suspension except super detail it, because the suspension is okay in this truck. It's the engine that isn't, and the interior that isn't. It's a stock truck with a 305 with a blower on it, and that ain't hitting on shit. So the main thing I've been doing is just all that. So most of the detail of this truck's going to go underneath the hood and a few other things. So yeah, there's some plenty there. I got a space cleaned out for it already, and then I don't know what I'm going to build next, but I've got to finish these NASCARs for the sign and everything that I'm making. I would like to have this, if you're going to Atlanta, I'd like to have this done for Atlanta. Because to be honest with you, I haven't finished any builds in a year. I hadn't finished anything in a year. And I just realized that, and it's because of how spread out I've got myself. But they're going to be great builds when they get done. But I haven't, it's just not having the proper space, which I do have the proper space to build. It's just so hot in there that I've stuck myself out here in the living room, and it's just not working out. I need to clean it off, clean it up, give my girlfriend a place to sit, because I'm kind of hogging everything right now. So my goal is to get the hobby room cleaned up, because we're supposed to be getting central heat, central air, and that's going to be awesome. I'll be able to go in there and work. I'll be able to do everything I need to do. How's the NASCAR coming along? Well, I'm waiting on some clear, but I'll show you what I got here. And it's still, it hasn't really changed much, because I'm just waiting on some things. But I've got it apart right now. But here's the, oh, look at that little glue coming loose here. I gotta glue that back. Here's the engine and stuff, which I got my ass jumped. How do you get your butt jumped for, being an okay builder? But I have to build several of these, so I'm trying to keep them stock as I can. This will probably be the only one with this much detail underneath the hood. And anyway, here is the hood that has the proper decal on it, and is pretty much ready for business. The actual NASCAR itself, I saved the top in the back here. If y'all remember, it was destroyed. I sanded through those decals, and I was able to save enough of them. I'm waiting on some more clear to get here, and I'm gonna go balls out. I'm gonna tape it back up, and I'm gonna spray the new clear on it. If both clears react, then they react. I'll strip it, repaint it. I have some more decals, and I'll use the new clear on it. But it's going fine. I've got the rear end out because I'm putting the drive shaft and stuff in. And for you guys that build these old NASCARs, one thing that you notice whenever you build it and get done is that the rear end sits way too low in there. Your wheels go way up in there. Hold on a second here. Okay, I'll check it out, bro. So what I did was I took a little piece of strip styrene and I put it right here. Now I still got to trim this edge off. And the springs that are supposed to go way down inside them frame rails, they actually sit on top of this piece of styrene, and it makes the car sit perfect. So that's a little tip whenever you do these, guys. Put your little thin sheet of styrene right there, and it'll allow for your car to sit with that stance that you're looking for. Otherwise, a lot of times the ass end goes way down and it just kills the look of the car. So you can have a killer build and it just totally ruined by, you know, the stance. That's the way to fix that problem. If any of you guys have been through that particular problem. But if I can just stand up here, I can show you some more of the bodies that are painted. I'll have to switch the thing around here, but let's see if I can switch it around and show you guys. Okay, now this body I ruined because I put this in the wrong spot. It happens. Here is the Mountain Dew car with the photo etch grill I made. The black, there's going to be bare metal foil going over the top of that, and it's going to leave like a nice thin black line. Here is your Tide car. This is 3 different colors. That's not a decal. Your Earnhardt. And this is the 200th Win Richard Petty car with half the window tinted. And there's that Fast Jimmy car we did years ago. So there's the ones that I have right off hand. And my girlfriend just set that in front of me, the Red Bull car. She also has the Punisher car, but she won't let me see that one. She got to find it. So there you go, guys. This is some weathered cars here. And there's a 1/16 down here that's almost done, that I've been fooling with, trying to get right. I need this damn kit. I keep trying to buy kits and I forget to buy that one. That's the 48 Ford custom chop top. It got dropped by the cats, knocked it off the table, and I got to totally redo the damn thing. But the body's good. I just needed to redo some stuff on it though. But yeah, so there you go. That's kind of what the NASCAR situation looks like. The other build I was doing for Classic Plastic is right here. Still working on it, but I don't like the way that black came out around the window there, and it makes me want to redo the whole thing because it just doesn't look good. It does not look good, and I don't like it. You know, I just don't like it. Every time I look at it, it's just not worthy. It's just not worthy. And I would much rather figure out a way to redo it, you know. But anyway, that's kind of that. Just slowly waiting on things and you know, trying to get things together. Of course, I'm going to do what I normally do on all of my live streams. Aggravate every one of y'all with a cigarette. Look at that. Sorry, just checking on that USA 1. But, you know, that USA 1 kit, there's so many more cooler kits out there, and I chose that one. But I chose that one for a reason. I chose it because, you know, I wanted to go old school with it, and I wanted to see how the suspension built up on it. Because of the suspension built up, or the way that the suspension is designed on that particular truck, if you don't like the truck, fine. You can use that suspension on a lot of things. And, you know, that's the goal. So I'm probably going to get 3 or 4 more of those USA 1 kits so I can create some more of the vintage monster trucks. You know, some of the really cool stuff that, you know, are in the Monster Truck Museum, whatever. Whatever have you. In your hour of discontent. I don't know if I've ever showed y'all this. This is my little table. It's my little table outside. I use this for spraying stuff, you know, that I need to. You know, I don't really leave bodies or anything out here, but you can see right here where I sprayed my wheels out here, you know, with a little double-sided tape to keep them from going anywhere. You know, and having a little table like this would be a good thing, you know. Hello, 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 hello. You know, so I'm sure all of us has got something like that. That was actually here when I got here, so it's kind of cool that I just, you know, just use it, you know. And I like it because it's got the 2 separate boards you know, and with the two separate boards, I'm kind of able to hang things off if I need to, or you can see right here a toothpick shoved in a hole. I had something sitting on it. So, you know, I like this, and if I needed to make it larger, I could. Woogity boogity. But, you know. So, I'm waiting to see some of you guys from the UK, or that one fella from the UK with that damn Dodge Charger he's doing. That's just amazing. That's just freaking amazing, man. What he's doing with it. I've never tried to build like that before, chopping everything up. Is that you? That's you, isn't it? I'm talking to you, huh? Mr. Mullet Man himself. Am I right? Are you sure? Are you sure? I think it's you. I may be wrong, though. I may be wrong, Steve. But if it is you, you're cutting that General Lee up, doing that stuff with it. Cool, man. Cool. Cool. But yeah, as far as opening up the wheel wells, and that's your personal preference. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. You know, it's just a personal preference. Back then, some of them did have the wheel wells extended, some of them didn't, because some of the suspensions was quite stiff back then. You don't have to put the arches in, you know. And I seen that blower you were using. That's the blower that came in the USA 1. I tossed that one over my shoulder because the back side of that blower has no detail. Has no detail at all, and it's too small because it's meant to be on a small block Chevrolet, when the USA 1 actually had a big block. But I used the blower out of the heavy Chevy 70 Nova kit, which is a lot bigger blower, and it has a lot more detail, and just it's all around better blower. So if you're looking at that and kind of wondering, it looks a little small to you, it is. But the heavy Chevy blower is a very nice big blower. But yeah, see, that's what I thought when I looked at the actual blower. The back side of the blower doesn't have the castings on it for the bearings and stuff on the back side, and the bolts. It's just slick, and it's a little small, so you end up having to, you can't center the blower. You got to put it like way forward or something like that, because it's not right, you know. And it would fit in the USA 1, and you wouldn't see the back side of the blower because he didn't need to, and in typical AMT they just didn't put it there, you know. So I'll show you the back side of my blower now, Steve, to kind of show you what I mean. Man, I love your stuff too. Well, off to Hobby. Well, have fun. Have fun at the Hobby store there. But, okay, let's see. This is my blower, and this is the back side. So if I can get it to focus at all, maybe I can. All right, there you go. There you go. Maybe I can go outside and turn the camera around. That helps sometimes. So let's give that a shot. Let's give that a shot. I'll just set it on my wife's car here, and is that working? There you go. See the back side of that blower? How it's got all that detail on it? The one from the USA 1 does not. It's smooth. And I just got that piece off. It comes with 2 carburetors, but I sanded that off because I'm going to use the 3 carburetors for the USA 1. And so that's just a little thought for you. And the reason why I've even mentioned that is I know how you dig detail, because man, I watched that Mad Max car you built, and it's just it's crazy the detail that you put into cars. I was just sitting there just kind of mind blown at everything, and I like the way you wire everything up with your engines, and you use a lot of black and dark colored wire because that's really how it is, and it adds for a perfect realism. Mine looks like a fucking clown did it with all the different color wire I use, but you know, that's just a little thought for you because I know how you like that detail, and you know, I'm pretty sure you were looking at that going, a little small, maybe I can push it forward, maybe I can push it back, maybe I can add this, maybe I can take that away. I know you were. So that's a little thought for you, a little bit of creative juice for you, because I can't wait to see how that thing looks. You know, I don't know if you're going to weather it or if you're going to do a crazy paint job. And if you've been watching TNT Motorsports Monster Challenge or Jamboree, the older stuff, they had crazy paint jobs on those things, man. They would put crazy paint jobs on them and crazy names, and you'd look at the truck and be like, wow, you know. They had this one called Awesome Kong where he just split the truck, you know. But he split the truck down the middle and made the truck real narrow, so from the side it looked like a regular truck, and then when you look down on it, it was about that wide, you know. But bunch of crazy stuff. They had Corvette. They had a Corvette, fully blown Corvette, Dodge Chargers, newer Charger, like a 72 or 73 Dodge Charger. I've seen that before. They just had a lot of cool stuff, and, you know, and the Mobius kits that have just come out, the Ford Mobius kits, the long wheelbase Ford Mobius kit. I want to get one of those and turn it into a monster truck, because I think that would be really cool, you know. The long wheelbase Mobius, that is. There's just so many cool things to be done with this topic, and like I said, if you guys are having different ideas flowing now, cool, prepare, because this is going to be an annual build. We're going to do this build every year, you know, so we're going to do the Street Outlaws build every year, and we're going to do the monster truck build, tractor pull build every year. So those are 2 annual builds that I'm going to host, you know, on my channel, because they were the 2 subjects mainly that I like and that nobody had really come upon. I've seen Chevy Trunk Month, I've seen Ford Trunk Month, I think there may be a Dodge Trunk Month, I'm not sure. I've seen, you know, Impala builds, all kind of stuff, but these 2 subjects I hadn't seen, so that's what I came up with. And like the Monster Jamboree stuff, it really brings me back to my childhood, growing up here in you know, Biloxi, Mississippi. I remember going. CT Build has started. Yes, there's a Facebook page for it. And if you're on Facebook there, Steve, you need to send me a friend request, and I'll hook you up to the thing. And let me get you up to speed on the CT Build. The CT Build is a long-term build, which means there's not really much of a deadline for it. We do want you to finish. Me and Fast Jimmy want you to finish the builds, but we're going all out for CT. CT is a slow builder, so we're going to reflect. We're going to reflect that in CT, and we are all going to try to build the best we can. When I go to Atlanta, I'm going to buy a bunch of parts for this, which is my CT build. You know, especially being that it's super clean, and we use super clean or Purple Power to clean our cars up. But I'm going to do my best to make the best model I possibly can. Sorry, I'm just watching you guys. Or reading you guys. But yeah, man, I'd like to see you get into that too there, Steve. Like I said, man, I enjoy watching your builds, and if anybody's not subscribed to Steve, you need to go in the comments right now, click on Steve's little icon there, go to his page and subscribe to him, because he does very excellent builds, extremely detailed, more detail than I put in stuff, and accurate details. He does very well, and you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of watching him build stuff. So if you're not subscribed to him, you need to. You just need to. You're missing out. You know, you're missing out. You're not a cool kid in the school there if you're not subscribed to him, for sure. But like I said, guys, I hope y'all have enjoyed this slight update today. And okay, there we go. If y'all have any questions, let me know while I'm on here, because it won't be much longer, and I'm going to be easing off of here. But I can't wait for the next update from Steve there, because great stuff, man. I am intrigued by how he's going to do this this charger. You know, it's just very, very, very cool looking. Very cool concept. Nobody's come up with that concept yet. And if you've been watching the 80s style monster truck stuff, they didn't, but they would have. They would have built something like that. Yes, check Steve's channel out. Excellent builder. He's I don't know if he's in the UK or England. I think that's two different places. I don't know. But that's going to be really cool up to come. But yeah, like I said, I'm responsible for him growing a mullet. Yep. What can you do? What can you do? You know, I try. How am I supposed to get around this? I can't get around it. I can't get around it. I think I got it. Let me just get the... What do you do? What do you do? I hear you, Mia. So, yeah, I'm fine. But yeah, I got a bunch of stuff here. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna go next after I get these done. A big problem is room. Where do you put stuff once it's built? You know, I have you know, all this big 1/8 scale stuff piled in here, and you know, I don't know what to do with it, but I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna build next. That you know, I would love to build these two. I would love to build those two. I think it would be so cool. You know, I think it would be so damn cool. But look at there, on the back of that car, sand tires that can be used. That can be. I'll be damn. I just realized that's a USA 1 kit. I'll be damn. Didn't realize it. But okay, guys, I'm probably going to ease off of here. And like I said, this is my hobby room where I'm in right now, and it's very hot in here. But my idea is to get in here, get it straightened out, and you know, start doing my videos from in here, because it's just going to be better for me to be able to do things for you guys and show you guys stuff and build and do whatever. And it's just where it needs to be. It's where it needs to be, because this is where all of my little goodies are. And see, I get in here and I'm doing it now. I'm just searching, just searching. So that's my goal. And if let's see here, what do we got here? I gotta get in touch with this guy. Let's see, what is his name? Fat Kid Hobbies. This guy does great distributors. It's Fat Kid Hobbies on Facebook. I got to put an order in with him very shortly. So does my girlfriend. If you are not friends with Fat Boy Hobbies on Facebook. You need to do that. Get in touch with him. Place an order. I bought 4 or 5 distributors from him in Atlanta, and they were some of the best distributors I ever bought. You get to choose your color of your distributor cap, your wires, and whatever the wire caps will be. And when it gets to you, everything's already there already. The wires are all ready to go. The boots and everything's already on everything. The cap and the end of the wire. And you just drill your holes, put it in, and there you go. One of the better ones that I have worked with. And I suggest you guys get your hands on some. So, without further ado, I'm going to ease out of here, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the lunchtime live stream. Like I said, I enjoy doing it for you guys. If y'all have any questions, y'all let me know right away, and I will answer it if I could. Steve, I know I've been plugging you a lot, but it's true. You're just like Dave that was just in here. Y'all need to go subscribe to Dave as well. He's an awesome builder. No thanks, I'll just make my own. Okay, I can't make my own, or don't want to make my own. And what I like about the one that you get from Fat Kid Models, they're like or Fat Kid Hobby. He treats you right. You know, you get like 4 for $20 or something like that. But they're more accurate than some of the ones that you see where you just drill a hole straight down and put some wire out. Like you get, there's one company that does it that way. You know, they're just more accurate, and I like that about them. And it's easier, you know, for the price. It's just priced so well. You know, and it's hard to find the wire and stuff. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope y'all have enjoyed this live stream. If y'all need anything, just contact me on Facebook, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that I need to. You know, so you guys take it easy. Be expecting another update from me soon, and y'all have fun, man. I'm going to try to stay cool. I only know one way to stay cool. You know? So, alright guys. Y'all take it easy, and y'all have a wonderful day. And go build something, guys. Later.